Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Since my previous video of the 6-month update, I've been getting a lot of subscribers and people saying that they're interested in the turbo build. So here's how it's standing currently. We're pretty torn apart right now. I can show you real quick the turbo that'll be going on. We got some spare parts. We got the front bumper, radiator, under tray. There's our turbo, 60mm, pretty fire. There's the original hood off, and I'm just gonna go through some of the things that I've been doing. There's the air box. So I'm just gonna be going through some of the things that I've been doing in the past 2 weeks. So this is tomorrow will be 2 weeks exactly in. So I've gotten the front bumper off, gotten the under tray off, I've gotten my front lip off, got my bash bar off, the air box out, radiator out, and radiator shroud's just chilling down there. Battery is out and it's been relocated. I actually did this relocation with a pair of jumper cables, 20-foot jumper cables. Ran them up through the trunk, and there's our battery. I don't have a battery tray for it currently, but I do have a strap holding it in, and it's pretty sturdy. So yeah, that was pretty cheap to do the battery relocation. Cost me under $50 for that. We have this disconnected because we had to take the radiator out. I did an air pump delete that actually took far longer than it should have. It took me about 4 days, not consecutively, but we have one of our sensors here, a limiter here. Your air pump kind of sits right here, and then there's a check valve that goes down and attaches to your headers back there. You can see right there the valve, that little thing with the hole, the 2 studs on it. That took me about 4 days to get out because one of the bolts broke, and on the other one it rounded. So that was a severe pain. Careful if you're ever doing that. I have the strut tower out. If we go underside, we have the wheel off, obviously. We have oil pan barely connected, just having it up there until I have the new one ready to go on. Full exhaust has been taken off because we're going to be running a hood dump setup on this. You can also kind of see the wire. It's not perfect, but it's mounted pretty well. We have the engine jacked up currently because we're trying to get our exhaust manifold off. And in order to get that off, we need to disconnect the motor mount, which is becoming quite difficult because out of the 4 bolts that get the motor mount out, you have one right behind there, one right over there, one up top, and then the one in the back. You got 14mm here, and then a 17mm in the back. And I've only been able to get one loose, so it's pretty fun. Letting them sit in some WD-40 and soak. So that's why I'm doing this video right now. But as they're soaking, I'll give them an attempt later, and if not, we'll have to hit them with heat and hope that they come out. Another thing that's difficult about removing the manifold is you can't even see it. Next to the oil filter down there, there's a sensor you have to unplug. That's very difficult. Another thing I've done is put a carbon fiber hood on it. It looks great on camera. In person it doesn't. That's okay. I know the other side's blue. I still have to cut a hole in it. So once I cut a hole in it, I'm gonna spray paint the other side of it gray or blue or something, or not blue, black. Going into the inside, not much has been done other than I took off my singular coolant pod and my A-pillar, and we will be putting on this full A-pillar of gauges. We're going to be running a coolant gauge, a boost gauge, and an oil temp gauge. I'm not going to be running a air-fuel ratio gauge because I'm going to have that in my tuning software. In the back, we have some various parts: the lip, the bash bar, air pump, and other various intake parts. but not much going on in there. So this is where we're at. My deadline to have this done by is May 17th, and it is currently April 29th, I believe. So we are a little under 3 weeks out, and the goal is to have this in. It's the only thing that I have to get out at this point is the engine mount and the manifold. So it's gonna be quite fun trying to get that out. I'm hoping I can let them soak in some WD-40 and try and get them out. If not, I'll try and hit them with some heat and get them out. And if not, I might have to call over a friend who might be stronger than me, try and get them out. If you have any questions about what I've done here and would like me to make a separate video, such as taking off the front bumper, such as the battery relocation, such as taking out the radiator, I would absolutely do those videos. Once I, put everything back together, I can kind of show the process in reverse. Removing the strut bar. Some things are easier said than done. Some of them are just easy. But everything I've done, from the battery relocation to all the coolant stuff, to the air pump delete, to the exhaust manifold delete, which I'm in the process of, to moving the front bumper, moving the whole intake. Everything can be found on YouTube. 90% of the videos that I've learned this from is Driven by Madness. He is a pretty popular YouTube channel, and he's got how-tos on basically everything. So this is just about everything. There's been a couple more things I've done. I'll include various pictures of the progress throughout the video. But now I'm going to go show you all the new parts. So here we are in the new part room. And as you can see, we have a lot of parts. So I'm just going to run you through some of the things real quick. Obviously, you saw the turbo before. Here is my wastegate and its screamer pipe that comes off of it. This will attach to our manifold. This is some spare black wire that I was going to use for the relocation but didn't. Some duct tape, very fire, a ring, and a lot of clamps. We got various hoses, all silicone stuff, and some metal stuff. The springs, I believe, are for the wastegate. We have a pretty bad filter, but all this was used, so I'm not expecting great stuff. Gasket for the turbo. This is the valve that I had so much difficulty with and literally had to cut out with a Dremel. So that was fun. Intake, that's where your MAF sensor goes. We have 2 oil lines. This is the feed, or this is the feed, this is the return. Here's the oil pan. I need to get a tap fitting for the return. Here we have various boost control lines and boost lines. Not sure how to hook that stuff up at all, so that should be interesting. Here we have our intercooler, and then our brand new radiator. I did get a brand new radiator from CSF Racing. We have the manifold over here. This is our exhaust screamer pipe. This is going to come right off the turbo at the top. Some more intake pipes, and that's about it. We have a couple parts I'm returning, but nothing crazy. And this is basically, I'm hoping, everything we need to do the turbo, aside from various hardware. Like I need to get a bolt and a nut for this clamp, but that's nothing major. So yeah, I hope this is a good update, and I'm just gonna take it back outside real quick. So that is my brief update on the RX-8. If you have any questions, let me know. The only other thing I can think of is tuning. As far as tuning, I'm going to be using VersaTuner on the stock ECU. And yeah, that'll be that. I'm not doing it myself. I'm having someone else tune it because I'm not an expert in that field whatsoever. But yeah, I'm doing this all in my driveway with a little 3-row Husky box and some various tools that I got used. I'm not using much, but I'm trying to make it work. And yeah, again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to share, and I'm happy that everyone seems to be so interested in it. So hopefully in another week or two, I'm able to update another video. See you guys.